Hello, this is Team CPP. I'm Julissa. I'm Belen.
I'm Frank, and today we'll be talking to you guys about the LandCare case competition case study and what we as a group did to approach your problems. So our combined experience and studying your problems in the case study led us to three main conclusions for what we believe are the best solutions to the problems presented. First and foremost, we believe we can save water through irrigation renovation. Second, we believe that training existing plants in a way that makes them more efficient and easier for crews to access would be a great way to save costs there. And lastly, really reorganizing your labor pool and how you send out a crew can be a great way to save on labor costs.
Okay, so our first idea was to introduce mulch to decrease weed management and water input. So some of the benefits of mulch is to conserve soil moisture, which reduces water usage. It increases organic matter in the soil, making the soil healthier. It also simplifies lawn mowing around trees and shrubs. And it also protects trees, trunks, and surface roots from damage by mowing or other clipping equipment. It also decreases the amount of weeds. So the application of mulch reduces the amount of weeds. The two types that we looked into are bark and wood chips. They both resist compaction, and they stay in place. However, the bark is a higher end product and it lasts longer. But if you want to go more economical, you can go with wood chips, which is easily available from any municipality and utility company. So these are two examples of mulch. It's the bark mulch and the wood chip mulch. Another efficient way to apply mulch is by using applicators. The one above uses gas, which is a lot stronger. The one below is powered by electricity, which is a lot more energy efficient. These are the two examples. This is the gas-powered one, and this is the electric-powered one. Okay, so moving on, we also know that mulch conserves soil moisture, reduces water usage, thus saving on irrigation cost. So from one of our sites, I selected 6 random houses, specifically from Bungalow HOA, and I found that the average square footage of plots that we can apply mulch to. So the average area was 1,871 square feet. So I was able to first apply landscape without mulch. It is required that 0.62 gallons of water is used per square foot, and in total it uses 1,160 gallons of water per day for irrigation. So a landscape that applies mulch still requires 0.62 gallons of water per square foot. However, in total, 928 gallons of water per day is used for irrigation, which is a 20% water savings. So we save 232 gallons of water. In addition, a homeowner spends $2 per 1,000 gallons of water. So I calculated the annual cost of irrigation. The one without mulch is $847 versus the one with mulch, which is $677. So the homeowner gets to save approximately 20% on irrigation annually.
Okay. All right. In addition to using mulch, if it's feasible, switching clients from spray sprinklers to drip irrigation would result in extremely significant savings over time. Of course, drip irrigation is de facto more efficient than spray heads, and the difference is quite stark. It's up to 80%. Spray heads operate at almost 180 gallons per hour, where drip irrigation usually maxes out at around 7 to 8, maybe 10 gallons per hour. And if this does seem feasible, irrigation renovation does not have to be expensive. It does not require large amounts of digging and labor either. Typically it's that cost and hassle that scares people away from switching to more efficient irrigation systems, but there are pieces and parts on the market that are readily available, and switch out existing sprinkler heads to drip line feeders. So this is suitable for your clients in the case competition, for clients that have raised beds, maybe not quite lawns per se, but large planters, pots, things like that. It'd be a great way to save money on irrigation costs. So labor costs for any business in California are high. California is tied for the highest state minimum wage within the US at $12 an hour, and labor costs are only getting higher. There are some local ordinances that have the wages as high as $15 an hour, and all that means is it's expensive for businesses to hire people, which I'm sure is nothing new to you guys. Now, my first idea for trimming labor costs was such that adding one worker to the size of your crew, so making it a 4-man crew instead of a 3-man crew, at the same time reducing hours for everybody. So what that means is you end up with the same amount of work being done, perhaps more, but in a less amount of time. So what that ends up meaning for the business is that you get less billable hours, thus saving money on your labor costs, while not losing any sort of expectations or results for your clients. And then my idea number 2, which kind of stemmed off from idea number 1, was to use an intern in the crew. So using an unpaid intern from a well-qualified agriculture college like Cal Poly Pomona or any other local college would be a really great way to maximize the efficiency of your labor costs. In addition, there are a ton of secondary benefits that I could envision from an intern program. It would expose you guys as a company to really well-qualified employees. It would really keep you guys on the forefront of the minds of people that can help you, frankly. And I think that you can see here, interns can save you guys up to almost 40% on labor, which is quite significant right here. So the top line here is the structure that you have currently, with 3 crew members working 8-hour shifts. And the most radical adjustment to that is this one here, which is 3 crew members and an intern working as a 4-person crew, accounting for only 15 billable hours, which again, almost a 40% savings. And lastly, as a concept, I think using electric tools could be very beneficial to the company and the working crews in particular. Because of their ability to be recharged, they're generally lighter. There's no gasoline fumes to deal with in a pickup truck cab. That's never fun. And as an even more exotic concept, I thought it might be worth looking into a loose partnership, or almost like a sponsorship, from some of these electric tool companies. I have to imagine these companies are very eager to get legitimacy to their brands. You know, a lot of landscape people are still kind of iffy about them and only trust gasoline-powered tools. So perhaps using that, using that as leverage, you could get some sort of deal from an electric tool company where they subsidize the cost of these new tools, and your crew gets a nice new fleet of efficient tools that ultimately save you guys money. It's a little bit of a long shot, but who knows? Maybe there's something out there that could work out like that.
Another idea is reducing growing season pruning labor by promoting natural form hedges and bushes. So first of all, pruning is a selective removal of plant parts to achieve specific goals. So our goals are to maintain a uniform appearance, maintain healthy growing plants, and have an attractive landscape. For our idea, we would like to promote natural form pruning. It is also known as informal pruning style. It would only require to remove dead or diseased wood as needed. In contrast, formal style would require 3 to 5 times the pruning during the growing season. As you can see in the Arroyo HOA picture that we took, this is a formal pruning style that would require more attention to detail and would require more time. Right here we took a picture of the Hyatt Hotel, which is another formal pruning style. And when this grows back, you would be able to noticeably see it. So we think that the natural form pruning method would decrease labor and time costs, it would be less susceptible to damages. And lastly, any inexperienced worker would be able to perform natural pruning style. We think that proper pruning methods will save time and money. One common mistake that we see that landscapers do is that they remove way too much foliage from the plants. This stresses out the plants and it creates a flush of new growth because the plant wants to photosynthesize and create more food. This will make the plant uptake more nutrients and water from the area. Another common mistake that we see is the densely planting of plants to create a filled-in look. When the plants mature, a lot of landscapers cut back or severely prune the area to prevent a mass vegetation. Lastly, when improperly placed plants are put in a small area, they are pruned back to fit into that small place. It is recommended to relocate those plants. Overall, we think that when you remove these mistakes, it will reduce maintenance needs and increase plant value. We hope you found our ideas helpful. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in LCCC, and we'd like to thank our mentors and professors for all their help.